just see the top of the roll cage and top of the crash hat, but under the bridge, and looks like Andy Ray's still leading.
There he is, in the matte black Griffin, into the complex of Brundle Nelson, turns his way through the right-hander, followed by Rotary 8. About sort of 94, 95, Peter Wheeler in the TVR profit, so they want to build their own engines. They built I think personally one of my favourite engines of all time, the 8, in terms of sounding engines, the TVR built AJP 8, basically it was an AJP sort of V8 that they built. It was a beautiful sounding car. It wasn't sort of a big sort of throaty sort of American sounding V8. It had its own sort of fantastic sort of European sort of slightly higher revenue V8 sound. And this has been one of the original Rover engine Tuscans. But across the line goes Andy Race to continue ahead of Jamie Golby, followed by the Michaels, Blake, and then Coca. And currently on that racing lap is 2:25.144 for a standing start for Andy Race off that one.
Sounded a little unsafe for a moment, but I think you're still there. Scott really took his chair for a lap, but did it actually move? Oh, there we are.
Anyway.
The TVRs then, working their way down through Palmer's, and at that point they disappear behind the hill, but then they pop out. We see them on the rundown behind Tyrrell's, the restaurant facility here at Snetterton, and into Agostini's. And this Andy Race has pulled out a little bit of a lead, and looking very impressive in these early stages. And at the back, Michael Coca closing on Michael Blake as well. So those three of them, it's continuing up, but looks at the moment as though Andy Race has got the measure of the rest of them in the early stages.
Does seem like it. That Class C Griffin is certainly going some pace-wise, and he's got a definite advantage over the three cars behind him. So I wonder if this is going to be an intriguing battle between the Tuscan taking on the two Class C cars, the white Griffin and the purple Chimera, down the Bentley Straight for the second time. Here they come, underneath the bridge. Through comes Andy Race, continually extending his gap. Golby's got a slight power advantage, it seems, down the pit straight as well. Hustles the wonderful white Tuscan into the right hand there. So, maybe power-wise, that would be a different Tuscan, and maybe it's got a tiny sort of white Tuscan. Very much like so it's a much considerably lighter car than the two cars behind. Now, hold on. We've had Michael Blake go through. Where has Michael Coca has gone through, but he's gone through, but he's lost an awful lot of time, and he's going very slowly. Oh dear. So very slowly for Michael Coca then. So I really do fear, unless he can get that car back up to pace, that I'm afraid we're going to lose possibly another one. I don't want us to, but unfortunately, if he's heading to the pits or not, I'm not 100% coming down pit straight. No, that's not coming back. It's coming to pit lane, I'm afraid. So,
yes, he has made the pits, but so well, that was 50% of the Michaels are now out of the race.
That's unfortunate.
But it does actually guarantee everyone else a podium finish.
It does, yeah. So up now towards the left-hander of Palmer, and it's still Andy Race that leads. The gap he pulled out now is 3.3 seconds over Jamie Golby in second place, and then we have Michael Blake is on course for a third place here. Now whether or not Michael Coca can get that car going again, it'd be good if he can, but the car appears to be peaking out.
Gloves off, helmet off.
Oh dear.
I think it's going nowhere. I'm just seeing if there's no obvious signs of damage, and can't see any smoke or anything else untoward, but he's definitely calling that a day. So, Shane? Another Tuscan down.
Well, I think it's the sole remaining Chimera, because the Chimera's gone, so we're just down left to the Tuscan Challenge car, sandwiched in between the two Griffiths, and now come back down the Bentley straight towards Brundle Nelson. This is on lap 3. We've still got just under 14 minutes to go in this race. So here comes Andy Race then, turning his way into complex. Freddie going to get himself out of the lap time wide, the last time 218.7 for Dolby, and then the 220.603 late. So put on the gaps, they come through the right-hander at Coram. Watching Tuscan leaning on its rear axle as it goes through. It's a brilliant sight to watch the Tuscans. Someone's really going at it. Just saying on the course that Mr. Ian Flux in the Tuscan was always one of the best sights to watch in motorsport. Watching Fluxy hustle a Tuscan around the racetracks in the UK. Through goes Golby.
But there weren't many of them, it has to be said. There were, certainly for the first half dozen years, every Tuscan race would have 4 or 5, if not guest drivers, but 4 or 5 drivers in there who drive, let's face it, we all know their names, they drive everything. If he's got a wheel on each corner, they'll be out in sometime. And all of them absolutely loved racing the TVR Tuscan.
Well, you had guys like, I know you watched him still doing touring, Tim Harvey drove a couple of times. Even though he was scheduled to do so, of course, after the main event, which was the Tokyo Shootout, Nigel Mansell was his driver, and of course, then if anyone knows the 1993 Tokyo Shootout, we all know what happened in that race, where he was in the form one day, and then all of a sudden he sort of lost the back end of the car, got unfortunately collected by a hapless Tip Liddell who had nowhere to go, and then unfortunately had an unwanted and unscheduled meeting with the bridge parapet, shall we say, just at the start of his curve, and unfortunately meant that his weekend was over. So his car, but I think he ran a team in the Tuscans at one point. I think there was a Mansell team at one point in. There was a Mansell run car, or a Mansell backed car of some kind in the Tuscans at one point in '94, I think it was.
Okay.
I think it was the same. I can't remember the full team there, but it was either number 5 or 55, one of the numbers on that one. But other drivers that have done it, there, Chris Hodges has been a champion of those before. We've had as well as Martin Shaw, Bobby Verdon Rowe, Ian McKellar's driven as well, Steve Goodielmi. We also had the next time Ian Flux, and Jerry Marshall. Jerry, of course, he's one of the drivers next to me. That was quite old school in the 70s. Probably, I don't know, smoking a cigarette and jump in the car and then going to win a race. He's one of the brilliant drivers in British motorsport history.
A couple of pints and a few cigars.
That's it, jump in the car, and then jump in the car and go win the race. So that's just how they did. But also as well, the championship, it made its own sort of. They're just like Colin Blow was
yes,
something that deceased, I'm afraid. Sorry, I might have got that wrong, I apologise, but he's obviously, you don't really sort of know, don't hear of Colin anymore these days, unfortunately, but he was one of the guys to watch out for. And there are more drivers out there who did put on sort of a fantastic show, actually built themselves up in horse as well, someone who's now racing this weekend in Silverstone, Phil Keane.
Yeah.
Because Phil Keane, of course, he started his proper racing career towards the end of the main Tuscan Challenge, 2003-2004. And he could hustle a Tuscan. You saw him out there, he was really good to watch that. You had people also as well. Peter Wheeler drove his own cars as well. I think it's Ben Samuelson, who's the marketing guy for a while. And also as well the chap who now looks after the championship, which is John Reed. He also raced Tuscans as well. He had his car with him was the silver and blue DAF sponsored car, the DAF truck sponsored car. I think with that as well. So it wasn't just the main drivers, some of the TVR lot went out and had a play in them as well. So there were one of those cars where if you gave someone a chance to race it, Reed to make it down. I think Anthony Reed drove one as well. I think it was Brown Patch 94, I think. And Anthony's another one and said, "You want to drive this car?" And he goes, "Yeah, right." He's another one of those guys who thinks he will drive anything.
Oh yes.
So anyway, apologies. Back to the race that was going on at the moment. We've still got Andy Racer in the lead. The gap is now to 7.4 seconds now from Jamie Goldie in second place, and the gap to second and third is now 5.7 between himself and Michael Blake. So those three circulating now. Last one was a new fast lap of the raceman race, 2 minutes 16.133.
2:15 was the best yesterday. Yeah, 2:15, 7.2. That was James Golby, and that obviously was in his class because, of course, he's the Class B car. Andy Race, in fact, 2:17 for Andy Race was the best yesterday, so he has bettered that.
By some
fast time, yeah.
Yeah, by some margin as well. Of course, the best time was 2:73 to the 2:61, so he's shaved off 1.2 seconds on that time. Here he comes through the right-hander forward.